रेडियो जिंदगी 1170 AM पर गुड आफ्टरनून यू गाइस, आप स्टे ट्यून्ड है हमारे साथ। और इस वक्त शो चालू हो चुका है लाइफ कोच 1-on-1 विद ऑफ कोर्स मनोज जोशी, जिनके बारे में काफी लोग जानते हैं। और जो अगर नए लोग हैं जिनको जानना है तो मैं आपको बता दूं दैट दिस show is all about, we talk about a lot of kind of spiritual things. We talk about yoga, we talk about life coach. So if you need any of these, if you need a yoga guru, if you need a life coach, spiritual consultancy चाहिए आपको या योगा के बारे में कुछ जानना चाहते हैं तो आप definitely मनोज जी को contact कर सकते हैं। And you can call him up and you can talk to him about it, क्योंकि काफी सारे ऐसे boot camps भी उनके अंडर होते हैं, so that you don't miss out that opportunity. So the number to call him is 510-364-4162, or you can log into wellnessbyallmeans.com. That's the website, wellnessbyallmeans.com. YouTube channel bhi unka isi naam se, you can go and visit and see a lot of videos he posts about yoga, about in general in life. So any kind of you're thinking any kind of question which is coming to your mind which is related to spirituality or yoga, so you can definitely call in on our studio number as well. और आप हमसे बात कर सकते हैं, एक्चुअली मनोज जी से आप बात कर सकते हैं। हमारा स्टूडियो नंबर है 510-657-1170 and you can definitely call him for a free initial consultation. So again, his number is 510-364-4162. तो आज का हमारा जो टॉपिक है वो है योगा. So how is yoga related to life coach or vice versa? So we'll find out about it more. So how are you doing, Manoj? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. Thank you very much for running this show and then inspiring all our listeners.
Oh.
So I think you give a...
It's you who's inspiring. I'm just the host.
I mean, inspiration happens with so many things, right? It's a collaborative work, right?
Right.
केवल नाक से तो inspiration नहीं होती है ना?
Right.
दिमाग से भी inspiration होती है, हवा भी होनी चाहिए, So inspiration is a big concept.
Right.
So we just not only just take air to inspire ourselves, we have to really think about something that is more important for our life, some kind of food that really excites us, right? We just take food for the physical body, but that's not everything that we do in our life.
Right.
We have to eat something for our mind. We have to eat something for our spirit.
Yeah.
We have to get inspired truly, so that we get more motivated to go to work and then make an excellent job, whatever we do, and come back home and then be a good dad, good mom, good kid. So good son, good daughter-in-law, good mother-in-law, all, there is always opportunity to personally excelling in every field that we are in.
Right.
So that is why we call it, it's not just yoga that we teach, it's basically to explore the different secrets of how to attain personal excellence.
Right. So of course today our topic is that how is yoga related to life coach, because there are a lot of people, and when initially yoga started, nobody in India wanted to do yoga. Just because West started, now we are back to yoga and all kind of power yoga, hot yoga and all that.
Yeah.
But how do you, if for a person who's listening in a very lame language, people think yoga matlab stretching and it's too boring.
Right.
So how would you define yoga? How does it affect our lives?
So, when you said that yoga started in India a long time ago,
right.
5,000 to 7,000 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So it's a cycle. So yoga was mostly popular with all the rishis to start with. Like they didn't have anything, they didn't have any opportunity to get distracted like all our smartphones and all. So they used to go to the caves and then practice yoga and meditations all day long. Right? That is where they use their body, mind and instrument. Body and mind as an instrument to think about different possibilities in the world. And because of their thoughts only, I believe the technology is also advancing right now. Because they imagine, they visualize things.
Right.
So yoga was a concept from the beginning itself, how the spiritual cloning was happening. As you look at Mahabharata, Ramayana, all the different stories, there are so many stories that talk about Pushpa Gyan, like an airplane concept.
Yeah.
Like the television set that Sanjay was gifted, how to see the war from distantly, remotely. So those are all technologies which is already advanced in a higher level using the mind power. But now we are trying to use the material objects in the objective world to use the technology to make it happen. In both the worlds, yoga connects life to the objective world and also the subjective world. So if you look at the concept of yoga, the real concept of yoga was packaged by Sage Patanjali. Patanjali is a big brand right now. Baba Ramdev popularized it so well.
Yeah.
It's a billions and $1 billion industry.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And everything they're making, right from biscuits to ghee
everything.
to God knows what.
Yeah. So once you build a brand, you can do anything, right? So that's what is Patanjali. So says Patanjali packaged yoga in the nice way. He said that yoga has got 8 different aspects of it. It's called Astanga yoga. Astanga means 8 limbs of yoga. So these are primarily yama, niyam, asan, pranayam, pratyahar, dharana, Dhyan, and Samadhi. So in short, what I explain is like yamas are different rules that they say. Like if you don't do that, it will be good. It will be not good. Like you have to be something like don't kind of thing. Like say for example, hinsa mat karo. Like ahimsa acharan karo. Like mithya mat bolo. Satya ka acharan karo. Like that. So there are about 10 concepts that they talked about. If you don't observe these concepts, then everybody will be in trouble.
Right.
Like say for example, if you don't tell the truth and if you lie, it will be very difficult for people to trust you. And then once you lose the trust, there are so many things can happen. Like, you cannot build a family, you cannot build a community. So people have to trust you. And then one of the fundamental aspect of building trust or creating trust is to tell the truth, be honest, be non-violent. So things like that. So there are 10 of those.
Right.
So then talk about niyamas. So niyamas are 10 principles they talk you must do. Like say for example, tapa, like hard work, austerity. You must do the hard work. The body is designed to work hard so that you can achieve more success. So likewise, there are 10 niyamas of that, 10 different rules that yogis talked about. If you follow this path, then your life will be much better. So that is the first 2 aspects of Astanga Yoga. The third aspect is about asana. Asana is all about physical postures. Like you have to have a body. Your body is a cosmic vehicle. You must do certain practices of stretching the body, holding for some time, doing different kind of asanas. So they are all different postures which are designed to create a beautiful body. Like you have a strong body, you have a flexible body, all the joints are working, all the different organs are working properly, your heart, your brain, your lungs, all the different nuts and bolts in your body should work properly so that you can live little longer time, live healthier life, and create a lot of things in this life itself. That's the intent of asanas. Then they talked about the 4th aspect is called pranayam. So pranayam is prana is controlling everything. They say like in the entire 3 world, what basically, if you look at Einstein, what he got inspired from Vedas, in Veda is actually, according to your name, is called Isha Vyasyam Sarvam Idam.
Oh, really?
Right? Isha is the energy, basically.
Okay. What does Isha mean? It's energy?
It's energy, like the vibration, the prana, Isha. Isha se Ishwar hota hai. Is se Ishwar. Like basically when you contemplate on that vast field of energy that completely creates everything and sustains everything, that energetics, that aspect of life which sustains life in us, like we take a lot of food, mostly cooked food, mostly non-living food, right? And how they make living blood in our body, that is because of the Isha.
Okay.
How the earth moves around the sun 70,000 miles per hour, that's because of the Isha. You plant a seed in the garden, in the ground, how it becomes a beautiful tree, that's because of Isha.
I'm doing something, matlab.
Right, exactly. So Isha is the energy that controls everything. जो ईशा का जो कंट्रोलर है उसको ईश्वर कहते हैं, वो हमारे अंदर भी है. एवरी सेल इन आवर बॉडी इज फिल्ड विद दिस ईशा. एवरीथिंग इन द एंटायर यूनिवर्स इज कॉल्ड ईशा. इट्स एनर्जी. ईशा व्यासम सर्वम इदम. द होल यूनिवर्स इज फिल्ड विद दिस एनर्जी फील्ड.
Okay, okay.
What the scientist is also talking about, right? And how do you control that in your body? So those are different kind of breathing techniques, holding the breath techniques. That's called pranayam. Control of the prana. That's called pranayam, right? That's a very powerful technique.
Yeah.
Then after that you learn the 5th aspect of Astanga Yoga. It's pratyahar. Pratyahar means like everything that we are doing in this objective world through our sense organs. Like we are looking at things through our eyes, we are smelling things through our nose, we are touching things with our hands and skin, we are smelling, we are hearing things through our ears, we are tasting things with our tongue. Likewise, there are 5 karmendriyas and gyanendriyas through which you are experiencing life. So in this objective world, when you get attached to it too much, then you get a lot of stress. Because no objects will give you permanently happiness. So like say for example, if you get attached to any person in your life and suppose that person doesn't really behave according to your expectations, you get upset.
Right.
You expect certain amount of rewards from your friend circle, say for example, right? But they do not behave accordingly, you get upset. You expect certain amount of money from your company, you don't get that, you get upset. So whenever you completely depend on the external world or the objective world for your happiness, for your sustenance, then most likely you'll get upset.
But Manoj, I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but don't you think so that somehow like if you're working for a company, like you just said, like if you're working for a company and you don't get that money, for example, or anything else in the company, so this is a basic human instinct first, I'm going to get upset. So, do you think this is something wrong some people are doing, or this is something they have to overcome?
Right, like it's a very good question. That is what called life coaching. It's like, how do you manage your expectations? How do you manage your hard work? How do you manage different challenges? How do you manage a different perspective of life? So that instead of getting worried about that, instead of getting sad about it, instead of getting depressed about it, you achieve things in a smarter way. They say, like, just like work hard is not the only way to become rich and successful. There are smarter ways of doing it. There are technology that you can use. You use your mind power, you use your willpower, you use different kind of things. That's what we teach in life coaching. So when you have opportunity to achieve certain things in a smoother way, in a joyful way, in an effortless way, why don't we do that path? Why don't we have to become upset and take drugs, take substance abuse, and then try to be depressed about it? That is called emotional immaturity. But a matured person understands everything, practices yoga in the right context, and then he achieves certain things by using his subconscious mind, using his mind power, using his intelligence, using his or her different other subtle aspect that is given to us. So we don't know. So sometimes the people say, like, if you have got a red Ferrari waiting in your garage, but you don't know how to drive that car. So likewise, this human body, this mind, this intelligence, the whole concept that we have has got so much of power inside, but we don't know how to use it.
Right.
Most of the time we die unused. We die in sleep kind of thing. Like, we never wake up our inner potential. We never live up to our expectations. Never live up to a fulfilled life.
Right.
Most of the time we do like that. That's why we keep coming to this world again and again. Each one of us might have come at least thousands of times, millions of times. We have already come to this planet. It's like a game we are playing, but we are not perfect in the game. The moment you're perfect in the game, and then the moment you totally think like, okay, been there, done that kind of thing, we kind of take a nirvana or take moksha. Like, we demolish all these moha, jo hota hai na, moha ka kshay ko moksha kehte hain. So all the undue attachments to the objective world, that we completely and permanently kill those. Then you become truly happy. Then there is no question of being unhappy. Whether you get money from the company or not, whether you get respect from your husband or not, whether you get love from your kids or not, you will not depend on them. Your happiness will be internally created. You'll automatically create happiness from within. That is called pratyahar. So how do you withdraw your sense organs, how you withdraw your minds from external world and start going inward? So until that pratyahar stage, we call it bahirang yoga. External world to make your body, your mind, your intelligence, everything we need to have a meaningful life.
Right.
Yama, niyam, asana, pranayam. Then you start going inward. Then the three aspects called dharana, dhyana and samadhi. So dharana means focus of the mind. So you have to learn certain techniques how to build focus. And focus is one of the most important things to achieve success in life.
Yeah.
If you have all the talents and resources, but if you are not focused enough for a certain amount of time to create certain things in your life, to sustain that and to complete it, then we are not going to create a wholesome life. So building focus is one of the most critical things right now. Even in corporate world, we train people how to be focused. Children have got this focus problem. If they are not focused, their energy is dissipated. It's all around. It's like a scattered. Like, say, for example, the sunlight, just like that, is good. It's a diffused energy. But when you have a lens and then try to infuse that sunlight into a small point, it can create so much of fire. It can create heat. So that's an example of how a focused mind can produce much more results in a short span of time. Right? So you conserve the energy, you process the energy in the right way, right channel, you achieve certain things for 5-10 minutes and then move on to the next job. Then you are more successful. Right? That's called dharana. And then dhyana. So after the focus of the mind, you have to also learn how to defocus the mind.
Right.
Dhyana is defocusing the mind.
Any tips you would want to give if someone is really trying very, very hard to be focused and just to, जो आप बोल रहे हो ध्यान लगाने के लिए, कोई ऐसा जो शुरुआत करना चाह रहा हो इस फील्ड में, इस अपनी न्यू इयर्स में, anything you want to share?
So so let me complete the last part is dhyan.
Okay.
Dhyan, and the last part is samadhi. So they're the 8 limbs. So when you do certain things in a focused mind and you start appreciating the beauty of that, like, say, for example, if you meditate, or dhyan is meditation, meditate on the beauty of the sky or expansive nature of the sky, you meditate about your personality, you meditate about the good things that you have seen, you meditate about your childhood time. These are not focusing something, you're just kind of thinking about a concept. You're contemplating about a concept, like thinking about the ocean, how vast the ocean is, how deep that ocean is, think about the earth, think about love, think about beauty, think about joy. So all these concepts can be used to meditate.
Right.
One of the key thing, and then finally go to Samadhi state where you really relax and enjoy. Go to the trance state for some time when you can go out from the body consciousness. So coming out of the body consciousness and entering into the bliss consciousness, that is the essence of yoga. Got it? So for that you have to prepare the body, you have to prepare your life, build the foundation of your moral character by following these different concepts that I talked about. There are 10 of those yamas and 10 of those niyamas. They're all life principles like Satya, Ahimsa, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Daya, Arjava, Kshama, Mitahar, Shuchi. These are all very vital concepts. Right? These are all Sanskrit terms.
Yeah.
Like for example, Satya is truthfulness. Ahimsa is non-violence.
Non-violence, yeah.
Asteya means non-stealing. If it doesn't belong to me, I don't steal from others.
Okay.
Like Asteya. Brahmacharya is making the most of whatever is given to us. Our body, our mind, our intelligence, everything is so rich with different resources. We must make use of those talent that is given. That's called Brahmacharya. Being on the path of creativity, innovation, new things that you create, Brahmacharya. Our parigraha is not to be greedy about it. Like, you think like, okay, we don't need $50 billion. Maybe $1 billion is good enough. Not to be too greedy. Like people become so greedy.
Million is also good enough for me.
Exactly. So you have to continue your greed. ये भी देखा मेरा हो जाए, ये भी देखा मेरा, इसको देखा मेरे हो जाए. तो वो जो grabbing concept होता है ना, तो उसको परिग्रह कहते हैं. तो उसका absence अपरिग्रह, non-hoarding, non-greediness.
Okay.
Then daya is compassion. You must be compassionate soul, right? Help others. Daya. Arjava is honesty and straightforward. You don't have to beat around the bush all the time. Like
sometimes you need to be
straightforward. Like कोई सवाल किया तो उसका सही जवाब दे दो. Just don't waste your time and other time. Like Arjava, honesty and straightforwardness. Then Kshama. Kshama is forgiveness. You must have to. You must learn how to forgive yourself for the mistakes done. You must forgive others so that you can move light. Your heart should be light. Otherwise heart में तो heaviness हो जाए ना तो blood pressure आ जाता है, heart disease हो जाता है, right? So you have to be light hearted, light minded, and then move on with your forgiveness qualities. Then you talk about Kshama and Mitahara. Mitahara is moderation in eating. You don't have to be a glutton to eat so much things. Like just have ample amount of food, good food, pranic food, so that it really assimilates in your body. Right? Yeah. That's Mitahara. And finally, Shuchi. Socha is cleanliness. You must be practicing cleanliness of your body, cleanliness of your mind, in your thoughts, words and actions. If you be a clean personality, then it's a good thing. Okay. But if you do not observe any of these things, like if you practice uncleanness, you're not clean, then you can produce a lot of germs and viruses, and you have got a flu. If you don't wash your hands properly, other people will get contaminated. If you have depression, if you don't clean up and then go to other part of the world and you go to workplace, other people also can be contaminated. So it's a responsibility to be clean in our body, in our mind and our spirit. Like you must take bath every day. You must practice a lot of cleanliness.
Basic. Starting from basic, actually.
Exactly. So these are all the 10 yamas which we must do. If we don't do, other people will suffer because of us. Like if you become violent, other people will suffer. If you become a liar, other people will suffer. If you become, steal from others, other people will suffer. So these are the kind of don'ts. Right? The opposite is most not practice.
Okay.
Right? So likewise, there are 10 niyamas. Niyamas are rules to be a good person, a self-disciplined person. So let me just go through that. So tapa is hard work, austerity. Nothing happens without hard work.
Right.
Then santosha. Even if you do the hard work, but if you don't get satisfied at the end of the day, then you become an unsatisfied soul. Like बहुत सारे लोगों का बहुत कुछ होता है, but then they don't have that art of being happy. So that santosh, that contentment is also ingredient of happy living, right? You do the hard work and also become contented to the proportion size, and then you move forward, get inspired, get new incentive to do more things in life, right? So santosh. Astik is self-faith. If you don't believe in yourself, who will believe? You must have that efficacy, like self-efficacy means, yes, I can do that. I believe in myself. I must trust myself, my talent, my mind, my body, my philosophy, my faith in God, everything that comes together to build a faith in your concept, in your life. That's called astikya. Like nastik and astik, that's easy to remember. Astikya means astikta, like believe. I'm a believer. That I can do it. Astika. Then dana is donation. Like whatever you do, wealth, affluence, everything that you get, you basically take it from the nature.
Right.
So that at some point of time you must give it back to the community, do some charity work, help other people unconditionally. So those are kind of dana is part of that. You must give it back to the community, do that so that you can refresh yourself and then move up in your life. Like you don't become a greedy and selfish person that do not share with their wealth and affluence at all.
Right.
That's also not a good thing.
Right.
So that is called dana. Then Ishwar Pujan is again coming back to Isha. Ishwar is seeing the divine, seeing that energy, seeing that prana, with everything. In everything around, God is a concept of all pervading. So if you can practice those things and then see in everybody this concept of Isha or the divine thing, then it's a good thing. That's called Ishwar Pujan. Siddhanta Sravan is taking time to hone your skills. Whatever profession that you're in, you must take some time to practice those things, enrich your knowledge, look at TED Talks, look at the YouTube inspiring movies, those kind of things, right? Ishwar Pujan, Siddhanta Sravan. Then Hri is remorsefulness, not to do the same mistake again and again, so learn from your mistake, not get addicted to so many things for all the time. Be conscientious about your good habits and stuff like that. That's called Hri. Mat Lajja, basically. Be shameful. Refrain from doing shameful things. Lajja.
Every time.
Yeah, mostly.
I mean, it's like don't repeat your
mistakes. Don't do shameful things. Don't get dishonor to your family, to yourself. Don't do certain things that people will, hate you.
To yourself is also very important.
To yourself also others, right? To yourself and others. Right. Let's go Hri. Mati is conscience. You must be conscientious about things. Look at the pros and cons of things. Like now, if I do this one, how will it impact my own personality? How will it impact my community? How will it impact the world? So that mati or buddhi, that intelligence is also given to us to exercise. Then japa is chanting the name of the Lord or remembering your goal all the time. Chanting, like constant repeat certain things so that it becomes a habit.
Right.
Then you become, brata, like take a vow to commit to all these principles or one of the principles and then make a difference in your life. So this is what happens when people join our boot camp. We have designed a program which helps them to let go of certain things physically, mentally, emotionally, and then transform their life by learning certain things, and then they will be able to move forward. So these three principles are very important ingredient of our program. You learn how to let go, you learn certain things to transform your life, and you learn how to move forward. That means how to apply those things in your daily life, how to apply that in your family, in your workplace. So these three things are institutionalized in our program.
Right.
And on top of that, we also build a technology through which you can transform yourself much faster. Like say, for example, we have a 4K projector behind the screen, just like your movie screen kind of thing, a huge wall filled with 4K videos of different parts of the world. And amidst those things, in front of that, if you practice yoga, your mind opens up a little bit more. You see the ocean, see the sky, the beautiful trees, all the earth and planets and everything. You become in an expansive consciousness. So basically, you're eating the food in the right vibration. So when you're practicing yoga, you're opening up your body, your mind and spirit in a bigger way, so that the transformation happens much easier.
Right.
So you always use the technology in the right perspective to expand our mind, to expand our consciousness, so that transformation happens much easier and faster, and you learn how to move forward. We also use this very ancient technique or a tantric technique of Yoga Nidra to teach the brain. It's a whole brain learning.
Okay.
So it's very good for people, for the children who are willing to learn how to build focus, how to build self-confidence, how to build their memory, and all these things are very, very important aspects.
Right.
So let's try to play a case where it was resolved. Something unknown. Let's listen to it.
So let's just listen to it and then we'll come back.
Right.
His son had been getting these fevers, unexplained fevers, for past 9 years, and we have seen various doctors and we have taken him to all the specialty hospitals. We have done all the alternative medicine that is available, but nothing seems to work. He used to get the fever every month. It was like a sure shot thing that it had to happen. And it started when he was 3 years old, and now he's 12. For 9 years, every month he used to get the fever. And then this year, in the month of April, we visited Manojji, and he recommended us to do Pran Shakti healing course with him and some yoga and meditation. We started doing those sessions, and we could see the results right away. Within the first month, the first fever that he got after 2 weeks of session was so mild, barely for a day. And that was it. That was the last fever he ever got. And it's been, 6 months, and he has not got that fever again. And we have been coming to visit Mr. Manoj Joshi every week. We do the Pran Shakti healing with him. We practice Yoga Nidra and yoga and meditation with him. And under his guidance, we have accomplished what seemed unbelievable, unachievable. It's a miracle for us, and we cannot thank Manojji for what he has done for us. And we are so grateful for what he's doing for the community. I would recommend everybody to just visit him and try out what he's telling you to do. Try it once and see for yourself. The miracle is right there, just waiting for you to see for yourself. Thank you.
Wow, Manoj ji, I mean, I'm sure काफी लोग जो सुन रहे होंगे उनको भी बहुत surprising लगा होगा कि that how health can also be improved.
Totally. The people who are suffering from autoimmune disease, unusual problems with the medical system cannot find. There are so many ancient secrets Yoga and Ayurveda offers. I think they should definitely look for a second opinion in this case. So all we need is give a call to us, and then we'll give you 30 minutes of free consultation, and then we'll find out what is your chakra imbalance, or how do you breathe, how much of hydration factor that you have. So many things that we can just check for 30 minutes, and we'll recommend the best path for you. That's all it takes to transform yourself.
Absolutely. And जब हम आपको सुनते हैं हमको लगता है कि that you have so much knowledge to even give to people. So listeners, definitely contact करिए आप मनोज जोशी को. उनका नंबर है 510-364-4162 या आप जाएं wellnessbyallmeans.com पे. Thank you so much, Manoj.
Thank you very much. Namaste.
Namaste. And you guys stay tuned to Radio Zindagi. जी जा.